Hey there everyone, how are you doing? Joe Maring here for MobileCupOfJoe.com. In this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe, I'm going to be unboxing the BlackBerry Z10 on Verizon Wireless. So the BlackBerry Z10 is BlackBerry's first foray back into the smartphone world, the market they once dominated a few years ago, but have fallen off without a good mobile operating system or good hardware to compete with handsets such as Apple's iOS operating system or Google's Android or even Microsoft's Windows Phone 8. So BlackBerry is hoping to come back into the smartphone market, fighting its way through here with the BlackBerry Z10. So is the BlackBerry Z10 enough of a handset to compete with today's top smartphones? We're going to find out and take a first look at it in our unboxing video. But guys, before we go any further, please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, bring it over, and sit on down. Take a swig for a Mobile Cup of Joe.
Alright, before I get too far in this unboxing video, I'd like to give a big thank you and shout out to our friends over at Verizon Wireless for hooking us up with the BlackBerry Z10 and other awesome Verizon products. It's because of companies like Verizon that make Mobile Cup of Joe possible by sending us their products and allowing us to unbox and review them for you guys, our fans. So big thanks to Verizon for the Z10, and let's go ahead and get started with this unboxing video. So on the front we have a pretty standard black design right here. You have your BlackBerry logo on the bottom with your Verizon logo up top and a BlackBerry Z10 logo on the left hand side. Top of the box says it's 4G LTE certified from Verizon Wireless, and on the right hand side you've got some illegal mumbo jumbo. So personally I'm really excited to finally get my hands into BlackBerry 10, specifically the BlackBerry Z10. I've seen tons of videos and screenshots for BlackBerry 10, BlackBerry's latest operating system. Have not got my hands on it yet, so very excited to finally be able to do this. And we popped the box off of the box, and there you go. That is the BlackBerry Z10 in all of her glory right there. Looks like she's powering up, so we're going to set her to the side while we dive into the rest of the box. So right here, looks like we've got some kind of fake velvet looking design right here. We're going to throw that to the side just for a minute. We can go ahead and dive into the rest of it, see what kind of juices this berry has for us. That was a terrible pun. There's your micro USB to full USB syncing / charging port. And here you've got your Verizon manuals, very standard. You gotta love all those manuals Verizon includes. And it looks like we've got the Eye of a Dragon looking at us from the bottom of the box. We're gonna see if we can pull that out. But first we have to show you your AC wall outlet adapter, in case you don't know what that is, with your BlackBerry logo on it. Right here it says that inside your new smartphone beats the heart of a dragon. Qualcomm Snapdragon, or Snapdragon Qualcomm. Oh no, that's when you gotta say Fustura and hope that you don't take an arrow to the knee. If you've played Skyrim, you're gonna probably really either appreciate that reference or really hate that reference. Arrow to the knee getting really old at 2013 in May. So I apologize for that, but I had to throw that in there with our good old Qualcomm Snapdragon Dragon. So it looks like the phone is all booted up and ready to go. We're going to zoom the camera in here for you just for a bit. Oh my god, that was a terrible voice crack. I apologize for that. So there you go. There's BlackBerry 10. See that it looks quite similar to iOS. And just like iOS and unlike Android, you cannot add widgets. You just have your standard rows of icons right here on the home screen. Swiping down from the top of the screen will display your notifications and access to your Bluetooth, alarm, Wi-Fi, and all of those great settings. And tapping on the settings icon will deliver you to your full system settings, where you've got settings for your display, your BlackBerry ID, security and privacy, all that great stuff. And if you're ever in an application or a game, just swipe up from the bottom of the screen and it'll go back to your home screen. And that's a big thing about BlackBerry 10. You see that we don't have any on-screen navigational buttons like the Apple's iPhone's home button or Android's navigational buttons. There are nothing like that in the Z10. It all relies on touch input. The Z10 has a 4.2-inch touchscreen, the pixel resolution of 1280 by 720, and it measures in at 5.12 by 2.58 by 0.35 inches, and it weighs in at 4.83 ounces. Power the screen off and go on to the bottom of the device. You've got a BlackBerry logo, up top a Verizon logo, 2-megapixel front-facing camera. On the back you have your 8-megapixel rear-facing camera with LED flash, BlackBerry logo, Verizon and 4G LTE logo, and it's actually a nice feeling plastic right here. On the left-hand side you have your mini HDMI out and micro USB syncing / charging port. Going on to the right hand side, you have your volume rockers, and in the middle of those you have a dedicated button to take you to the voice assistant of the device. Up top, your volume power/lock button, microphone pinhole, and 3.5mm headphone jack. And that slot right there in the bottom of the device is actually your speaker, and also doubles as your little hinge right here to get the back of the phone off. Also, the back of the phone feels a bit cheap, kind of flimsy, but therein lies your NFC radio for the Z10. And here is the back housing your 1800 milliamp hour battery in a very odd and narrow design. So with 1800 milliamp hour battery, you're definitely not going to get the highest and longest lasting battery life. Not sure how the BlackBerry 10 operating system wears on batteries. Not sure if it wears it down more than Android or iOS, or if it wears it down less. So we're going to really put that through her paces and see how battery life does last here on the Z10. So what's cool about the Z10 is that if you want to turn your phone on, you can just swipe up from the bottom of the screen without having to push a physical button. Again, BlackBerry is really wanting to focus on on-screen navigation for the BlackBerry 10 operating system. They don't want to make you push a physical button to power your screen on, or have to hit a button to get to your home screen. They really want to focus and hone in on input of the touchscreen itself. So here we have the brand new BlackBerry 10 keyboard, which has been redesigned. Actually, a brand new keyboard BlackBerry has created, especially for the Z10, since you don't get a physical keyboard like you do on the BlackBerry Q10, which you should be able to get into review hopefully fairly soon. But the virtual keyboard on the Z10 actually is very accurate. Really crappy typing right now just because this is the first I've ever used it. I spelled the quick brown fox likes to eat its when it's sunny outside. Was trying to spell the quick brown fox likes to eat peanuts when it's sunny outside. So I was really off, but again, this is the first time I've ever used the BlackBerry 10 keyboard. Not really familiar with it. You see on the BlackBerry 10 keyboard, though, we do have these words that appear over these letters. You can go ahead and swipe those up, and they'll go into the body of your message. As you use the BlackBerry Z10, the keyboard will learn your typing patterns and will learn words that you frequently misspell, and as you start typing, it will make suggestions for you. And if you see the word that you are going to type, you can just go ahead and swipe it up, and it will automatically add it to the body of your text, which I actually think is quite incredible. I've heard that's kind of an annoyance to get used to at first, but once you do get used to it and you get familiar with it, it's actually a very, very smooth typing experience. So really looking forward to get to learn that aspect of the BlackBerry Z10 as well. So please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below on the BlackBerry Z10, and if you think if BlackBerry has enough juice left in it, or if it's been squeezed dry. Gotta love those BlackBerry puns. But that's all the time we have for this episode of Mobile Cup of Joe. If you liked the video, please go ahead and hit the like button if you liked it. It takes 1 second to do so, and it really does help support the show. And if you want to show your support towards the show even more, I would really appreciate it if you go ahead and hit the subscribe button for more Mobile Cup of Joe videos. You guys all know, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter for the latest Mobile Cup of Joe news, and head on over to www.mobilecupofjoe.com for the latest in technology news and reviews. I'm Joe Marin from mobilecupofjoe.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.